Good morning, YouTubers, and welcome to the Virginia Bushcrafter channel. This is the channel where we learn and we practice bushcrafting, prepping, and survival skills. And guys, as you know, when I come into the bush, I always have a specified reason. Learning and practicing. So I am here at my location. I have set up camp, and I am here today just to try out a new shovel and 2 knives, as well as becoming efficient with another hatchet. So I just want to show you my camp setup, which is a very simple lean-to. I like putting up a lean-to because it's really quick, fast and efficient, and it's just fun. So let's start out with the pit that I have dug for my fire. That is the brand new shovel that I purchased just to try out, and it works well. So what I want to actually do today, guys, is go over 2 knives that I have. All right, guys, I want to go over 2 knives today. One is a cold steel survival edge, very budget friendly, a $10 knife, and a Condor Terrasaur, a $50 knife. So I want to start off speaking on the sheath. The sheath for the cold steel survival edge, it is a Kydex sheath, and it comes with a ferrocerium rod. So you'll always be able to get sparks. You will always be able to get sparks, and it also has cordage attached to the ferrocerium rod. And this has a specific area for the ferrocerium rod. Now, the only thing I don't like about this sheath is that this tends to come off of my belt sometimes. So I actually just put a dangler on it. So the Kydex sheath is pretty good. Ferrocerium rod with cordage, a belt loop. I put a dangler on it, and it inserts very well. It locks the ferrocerium rod in. The sheath for the Condor Terrasaur is Kydex as well, and it has a belt loop that is adjustable. I can adjust it just by moving the adjustment. Now, this sheath has a ferrocerium rod on it that I put on there, and I wrapped it with Gorilla Tape. Now, the Gorilla Tape can be used as tinder. So I have a sheath that is, I can wear it on the right side or the left side. I put a ferrocerium rod on it and attach that with Gorilla Tape, and the knife inserts and locks very well. So now let's talk about the knives. The cold steel knife, it has a 5-inch blade, and it is a drop point, and it is also a Scandinavian grind, and it is stainless steel. Now, this is a very good knife. I really like it a lot. The good thing about it, it meets 4 of the 5 C's for bushcrafting. And the first C is that it cuts. So I have a nice Scandinavian grind blade that cuts well. It comes with combustible, the ferrocerium rod. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but the ferrocerium rod, that's combustible. The next thing is cordage. It comes with cordage. Now let's look at the Condor Terrasaur. Has a 4.1 inch blade, straight back, Scandinavian grind. The handle, not as large as the cold steel, but one good thing about this knife is that it is a true full tang. If you notice here, it has a pommel. And when you have a pommel, you have a true full tang, one piece of metal. So I'm actually going to make some feather sticks out of using both of these. Oh, another good thing is that I was able to add a lanyard. This lanyard can also act as cordage, and it can act as tender. So I have a ferrocerium rod, I have tender, more tender, good blade. The ferrocerium rod, it strikes well. I don't know if you can see it in the light, but it works well. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to gather some of the wood that I've harvested and make some feather sticks and curls. We'll be back. feather sticks with cold steel survival edge. The very first feather stick with the cold edge, cold steel. Second feather stick. Feather sticks with the Condor Terrasaur. Okay, both knives seem to make feather sticks pretty well. I'll try one more. Hey guys, I'm going to try something that I have not tried before. I am going to use hand sanitizer to start my fire. I've never done this before in the bush, so again, this is learning and practicing, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to put some of the hand sanitizer on one of the feather sticks that I made. Let's see what happens. And we have fire. You can't see it, but I can feel it. We have fire. As you can see, from hand sanitizer. Now I'm going to have to feed this fire gently because this wood is really wet. But I wanted to see how the hand sanitizer would work. I see that it works well. So now I'm going to start putting kindling on the fire. Yes, that is fire. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna have to baby this fire until it gets larger. All right, guys, that's the beginning of the fire. And if you notice, this is off some bark. This could be some great tinder. All right, guys, that's the beginning of the fire. I will be back with you to prepare lunch. All right, guys, I have worked up an appetite. So I have harvested a lot of wood, as you can see. I have a fire going. I'm making some tea. I have 4 of these. Let's see. 4 of these in the foil paper with 4 buns, and I also have mustard and ketchup. So I'm going to have that. Then I have some granola bars and so forth. I'm going to have a lot of hot tea, and then I'm just going to reflect on what I've been doing. Again, my objective was to use 2 knives, which I did. I worked with a hatchet that I was not used to, and it worked well. It really worked well. I used a KuKri that this is only my 3rd time using it. That worked well. Let's see. Of course, I tried to use the saw as less as possible, but this is the tool. Okay, guys, I am back. Had to switch the battery, but as I was saying, this is the tool that I wanted to focus on, and it works well. This Scandinavian grind, it splits very well, but you know what? It also chops well. So, again, as I just mentioned, the KuKri worked very well, and the 2 knives, the cold steel Scandinavian grind worked well, as well as the Condor Terrasaur. So I started my fire again with hand sanitizer. So I used the hand sanitizer and some of the feather sticks that I made. I've used all of them. I still have some kindling over here, but the fire's going very well. I doubt if I need any more kindling, but I have more fuel over here. So, oh, and I also used the shovel. This shovel worked well. Yeah, as you can see, it's still brand new, but it worked well. I have other shovels that I'm going to try out, but I'm going to use that one a lot. You know, I made my fire pit with that. So, but yeah, this is what's on the grill right now. Just waiting to eat. And as soon as I do, I'll get back with you guys. By the way, again, that's tea. Okay guys, it is meal time. All right guys, I will see you after my meal. Time to just enjoy the fire. Yep, had my meal, used my tools. It's time to relax now. But you know, actually I find the most rewarding thing when bushcrafting is enjoying the fire, especially at night. You know, the benefits of a campfire is cooking my food. You know, I can boil and purify my water. In the summertime, it keeps away mosquitoes and bugs. And at nighttime, the fire provides light, warmth, serenity, and security against predators. You know, the draw of a hot, crackling fire is hard for me to resist. You know, sitting around a blazing fire late into the evening, you know, I don't have any with me, but, you know, toasting marshmallows and throwing on occasional logs and listening to the owls hooting, you know, the ones that are close by. And then at night, the stars twinkling, you know, and the longer I spend in front of an open fire, the greater the relaxing effects are. So, you know, I really enjoyed bushcrafting, guys. You know, working with the knives, you know, choosing a saw, you know, looking at the 5 components of a fire, you know, fire lighting, ferrocerium rod, and so forth. And today I used hand sanitizer to start my fire. I just wanted to do it. I hadn't done it in the bush before. So, you know, but guys, one thing, you know, I really have improved on is my IFAK, you know, my individual first aid kit. You know, I put the burn dressing in there. I got the combat gauze, gloves, ibuprofen, you know, a pen light, a permanent marker, tourniquet, trauma shears. I got to learn how to use those, but you know, chest seals. Those are some of the things that's recommended in your IFAK. You know, again, that's your individual first aid kit. You know, everybody's first aid kit is different, you know, but in mine, you know, I'm just out here practicing my bushcrafting, and you know, I do it so I can gain the knowledge to survive and thrive when I'm in the bush. You know, again, practicing the 5 C's: your cutting tools, combustion, your container, you know, your cordage, you know, your cover, everything. You know, and you know, even when you go into the bush, there's something to consider is your site selection, because you want to be where a lot of hardwoods are. You want to make sure there's running water. Even though where I am now, the water is a distance, but I brought sufficient water. There's no wind. I'm not near any widow makers, and I'm not on a game trail. So, you know, my thing is just practicing your shelter and so forth. As far as shelter, you know, your clothing is your first line of your shelter, you know. But today I built a lean-to, which is basically like a 45-degree or less shelter. You know, it protects me from just the yeah, I was just saying that, you know, my lean-to protects me from harsh weather, you know. But I want to build a debris shelter. I've done that before, and basically you just take a long stick, consider it the spine, put it up against another tree. You get some other limbs and consider those the ribs, put them in at an angle, against the spine. Put a lot of boughs. You can see there are a lot of boughs over there. Greenery against the spines. Fill them up with all these leaves, and you got yourself a debris shelter, you know. But and I haven't done an A-frame in a while. That's just basically, the A-frame is like a triangle shaped shelter, and basically it's to keep your body heat in, you know. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, you know. I didn't have to purify any water today or anything like that. But another thing, I'm working on lighting up my rucksack. It's not supposed to be more than 20 pounds 20 pounds in addition to your body weight. 20 pounds of your body weight. So that's something I'm working on, you know. But when you get a rucksack or a backpack, it's good to try it on, because someone that's 6 feet or 6'6", that rucksack may fit them perfectly, but that a person that's maybe 5'8", 5'11", it won't fit them the same. So, you know, I have two of them. I have one that's it's a Molly 2 rucksack, and that holds up to 4,943 cubic inch, which is like 81 liters. And I have a I think it's called a Kelly 105, and it holds like 6,407 cubic inches, and it holds like 105 liters. Guys, this is bushcrafting at its best. The fire. I'm letting the fire die down before I extinguish it. But I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the hub of bushcrafting, which is the fire. I'll see you in a few minutes. Hey guys, I want to let you know that I had to cut the video short. My battery ran down and it was too dark to try to change it. So I just want to let you guys know I appreciate your support. Hit the like button, comment, share, and subscribe to the Virginia Bushcrafter. I will see you on the next video, and thank you for your support.